Hey there, Darkstar here. Doing a longitude flight from Valdez down to Juneau. So I was going to try to do high realism or something more realistic. So we got BeyondATC ready, we've got a sim brief plan, we've got, we're going to try and do as much the hard way as we can here. So here we are at Valdez Airport. I've got our Longitude parked out here on the tarmac. Looking good out here. Get our engine covers off. I want to kind of inspect this APU port here. Make sure this is good. Get our pitot cover off. That was fun. All right, let's get our... oh, I saw a plane today where when you, instead of hiding the controls, it lowers them. That was pretty cool. So I'll hide those for a minute. Okay, let's get standby power test. That looks good. Get our battery on. And let's see if we can get ground here. Let's see, 1229. Nope.
BeyondATC connected.
Well, let's get weather while we're waiting here.
Papa Alpha Victor Delta Automated Weather Observation, 2200 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility, 9er. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, 15C dew point. 1 tree C. Altimeter 2992.
Okay.
Papa Alpha Victor Delta Automated Weather Observation, 2200 Zulu.
Okay, let's try this one more time because I don't think we got it right. 1229. Huh. Okay, Well, we have extra, let's pretend like we requested external power and we're plugged in here. Let's get our lights on. Well, turn on emergency lights, make sure they're all on. Then we will arm them. I wish you could open this independent of getting in and out of the plane. Hey, it stayed open. That's good. Okay, let's run through our checklist. So the covers are removed. The APU inlet's clear. We already checked that. And the batteries we need to check. Let's say we're in a hurry, so we're gonna okay, so batteries looking good. And I believe there's another battery on the other side. Yeah. Okay. Okay, batteries. We already know the batteries are working, so okay, so we did that, and we got the switch on, and we did the emergency lights, cabin lights. This is down, batteries are on, all this is okay. Okay, so since we're on external power, before we start the APU here, we're gonna complete our exterior inspection. Can you still? No, you can't do that one anymore. Okay, so the cabin door is good. Visually inspect the antennas. Those should be mostly up there, I think. Angle of attack probe. I know there's one on that side. Is there one on that side? No, okay. Ice detector. Oh, this is left only. Okay, that's why it's not doing both sides. Okay, ice detector looks good. Nose gear, check condition. Okay, taxi lights. Okay, those look good. Nose compartment, secure and latched. Pitot tube is clear. We would have already checked that. Took the little cover off there. Landing gear door, check condition. That's these doors here. Okay, right nose and forward fuselage. Antennas here, here. Okay. Pitot tube. It's clear. Nose compartment secure. Fuselage drains. Caution hot. And angle of attack probe. It's that one. Ice detector. Rat. It's that one, yeah. And the standby pitot tube is this one back here. Lower anti-collision. Not seeing where that's indicating which one is specifically. Where'd that go? Put it up a minute ago. We'll call it good. Right landing lights. Yeah, good. Single point refueling is here. Wing inspection light are these ones. That's good. Wing protection exhaust. I don't think we have that. Okay, right wing emergency light check condition. It's this one, in case you have to exit the door there. Emergency exit. It's good. Engine inlet duct and fan. Can't really reach. Right dorsal scoop upper aft fuselage. That's up here. Wing leading edge. That was good. There it is. I was looking right at it. Where is it? Wingtip, downwash, light, and navigation light. Well, that one's definitely that one. Winglet looks good. Static wicks are intact. Aileron. Flaps. Spoilers right along there. Landing gear door. the main right landing gear, and we'll go ahead and take the chocks off while we're out here. Okay, battery door we already secured. That is secured. External power receptacle. Which should have something plugged into it right now. That's that. Engine oil service door, where is that? Ah, okay. It's hard to get to. Engine cowling is secure. Engine inlet ice protection is clear. Engine generator cooling. Inlet. Starter exhaust. Drains. Oops. Thrust reverser. Engine exhaust and bypass ducting. I don't think we can really see. Fuselage drains are clear. And more antennas. Yep. Tail cone door. I think that's that one. Let's make sure. Nope, that one. Okay. Oh, right. You can kind of, sort of, almost go up in there, but not quite. APU generator inlet, we already checked. Right, APU NECA scoop, that's this thing. Vertical stabilizer. Looking good. Horizontal stabilizer, not that we can really see much from down here. Elevators. Static wicks, all are there and intact. Tail light. Yeah. Rudder, APU exhaust, which I'm pretty sure is here. APU oil service door. Oh, okay, that's this one. So much modeled on this plane, it's pretty cool. Standby rudder service door, that's that other one, okay. Heat exchanger, ACM exhausts. I think that's those. Okay, left aft. Engine exhaust, bypass, thrust reverser, engine cowling. Drains. Generator cooling, starter exhaust. Engine oil service door. ice inlet generator, pylon, scoop, tail cone, scoop. Oh. A little too hard to get into these things. Water door. Hydraulic service panel, that should be this one. Battery, we checked. Baggage compartment. All good. Landing gear door. Main left landing gear. Flaps. Spoilers. Aileron. Static wicks. Winglets. Don't know what the downwash light is. Seems to be in there with that one, but wing leading edge. It's all good. Antennas. Wing inspection light. Left landing lights. Fuselage drains. And scoop. Okay, so that's the external inspection. Now let's get into there we go. Okay, let's get the lights off. Okay, everything is good here. No unexpected cast messages. Let's get the APU start. Can also go into here. You can see the APU. Okay, APU is on. We would request ground power to be disconnected. And APU bleed should be norm. It is. And the generator is already on. And we can set up the environment the way we want. restarted the APU. External power is disconnected. We shouldn't need... Let's get the cabin lights on. And we want the okay, so we've already got our ATIS. We need to get clearance and everything. So it says we should engage the autopilot. Make sure it turns on and then turn it back off. Trims. Okay, aileron and rudder already centered. That's good. Let's go ahead and get the there's our flight plan. Just make sure it looks okay. Okay, we'll verify this when we get our clearance. Okay, let's get our I guess let's start getting things loaded up. We had 440 pounds of cargo and 1840 pounds of payload. But this always does weird stuff for some reason. And let's go ahead and get the fuel in. So let's go. We don't want nearly that much fuel. Let's go 5,000. That's way more than we need. I don't know. Okay, we won't. So we won't be able to request ground services here to load the plane. So we will go ahead and load it. I should have picked a bigger airport. Okay, so oops. enter 8 passengers, cargo 440. 6,500 feet of runway. Takeoff flaps 1, anti-ice off. Takeoff factor, we'll use 1.25. Rolling takeoff, no. Okay, our rotate is 109. Okay. Let's just zoom out. Make sure our flight plan makes sense. It does. We're flying up the coast. We're gonna cruise at our max altitude. Okay, let's see, let's make sure the door is closed. I can't remember if you can close the cabin door here. Or I guess the cabin curtains in this case. Doesn't look like you can. No cabinets. Not in this version. Okay, we got our lights on, ready for engine start here. Let's get our clearances first. Okay, we're on 1229. Summit 1901 requesting IFR clearance is filed to Juneau.
Summit 191, path ground, cleared to Juneau. Jamal Tree departure, then as filed. Climb via SID except maintain 6,000 feet. Departure frequency 119.3. Squawk 5755.
Cleared to Juneau via the Jamal 3 departure, then is filed. Climb via SID except maintain 6,000. Departure 119.3. Squawk 5755. Summit 191.
Summit 191, read back correct. Call me back when ready for start or taxi.
Roger, Summit 191. Okay, that was 5755. Enter, and we want, we'll go auto on this. We'll just let it do it. Okay, let's run through these real quick. I think we already did all this. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to get set up here for 1193. Don't want to transfer it yet. And we need to maintain 6,000 on takeoff, and we're going to take off on, I think, that was the long way around, but somewhere around there. Runway 6. Summit 191 ready for engine start.
Summit 191, startup approved. Call when ready for taxi.
Roger, Summit 191. Okay, lighting is good. Brakes are set. Wheel chocks. Removed. We removed those, definitely. Cabin doors closed. Passenger briefing. Dear passengers, hang on for dear life. We couldn't do the cabin divider. Seatbelt lights are already on. Don't have a big tailwind. Throttles are at idle. Okay, let's start right first. Actually, let's start left first. So run, everything's green, and hold. There we go. Monitor, abort if needed, blah blah blah, we know all this. Watching our oil pressure, oil temperature, ITT not going up too high. This is probably fake, I think it should go up higher and then come back down. Cover. Run, start. Close the little cover. There we go. N2's coming up. N1's coming up. ITT's. Oil pressure. Fuel flow. Okay, opposite engine started. ECAS is good. Brakes are retracted, flaps are set for takeoff. We already set the altimeters. Let's make sure this one's set too. Okay. Ice protection we don't need today, at least not now. We might need it on the way in. Juneau was looking pretty bad. Let's go check on that. Visibility 5 miles is not great. We'll have to see when we get there. Exterior lights as required. We are about ready for taxi, so we're going to go ahead and turn that on. How are we looking here? Parking brake is on. Spoilers, make sure they're working. Are we seeing the spoilers work? They don't seem to from the outside. They're working in here though. Okay, so we will undo the brakes, nose wheel steering is okay, thrust reversers, let's see. Is it good? Taxi. Summit 191, ready to taxi for departure, runway 6.
Summit 191, runway 24, taxi via Bravo, Delta.
Oh, they changed our runway on us. Runway 24, taxi via Bravo, Delta, Summit 191. So we need to change our departure to runway 24. Still, it's the same departure here. Load. Okay. I installed these. The Navigraph app, and I don't like to put it up here. Sometimes I like to have it in here. No helicopter on the helipad. Navigraph, so Bravo to Delta here. This departure is a lot easier. The other one, you take off this way and then you have to turn around and come back to Emmett. It's quite exciting. Looks like the wind shifted from when I earlier was working on the trip. missed my chat, sorry. Let's see. Summit 191 is holding short runway 24 for departure to the south. We may not get anything.
Valdez ground Summit 191. Contact center when at runway hold point.
Okay. So now we were told to go to 1193. But I think we take off first because there's no tower here. Okay, we got 6,000 feet in. We need to reset our heading. And we are not doing a rolling start. We are going to hold here for a moment. Okay, we want to go flight level change. We'll do nav. Let's see, speed brakes, trims, ice protection, V speeds. Light controls, ice protection, exterior lights. That's the one we still need. Landing, taxi off, pulse on. We'll leave those off. Now, I keep saying my V speeds are done, but apparently they are not. Takeoff data, because we switched runway to 24. Off. Okay, still 109. Okay, everything's green here. So, bring up the map now. And let's zoom out a little on the map. Alright, and away we go. Take off. Airspeed is alive. Good. Point of no return. Coming up. Gear up. Got a little stick shaker there. Let's go a little auto throttle. Taking off like a rocket. Center, Summit 191 at 4,000.
Anchorage Center, Summit 191. Go ahead. Anchorage Center, Summit 191 for 1,400 feet. Summit 191, Anchorage Center, radar contact. Climb maintain flight level 450.
Climb and maintain flight level 450, Summit 191. It's 450. Alright. Let's clear these out. Throttles, auto throttle, brakes, rotate. Did not do a rolling start. Landing gear is up. Flaps are up. Throttles are auto throttle, climbing. Climb. Pressurization check. Aircraft systems, cabin pressure. That's not the one. Over 10,000. Let's get landing lights off. Seatbelts. Altimeters at transition altitude is coming right up. Exterior lights, APU off. Switch to standard pressure. And I want to make sure we've got one thing on here. Are we? We're not on live weather somehow. I do not like that. I'm supposed to be on live. I don't know why I got turned off. It's looking a little clear for Alaska. It's not too different. Here. Okay, 20,000 and climbing. In cruise, we're on auto throttle. We won't have to worry about any of that. Descent. Okay, we're there on descent. We'll go full screen on the map. Alright, the weather's, wind's dying down a little bit. It shifted direction to be from 80 at Juneau. Let's just put that over here. So we'll track that VOR as we come around here. Fly down to Yak, which will be 1113. So let's go ahead and get that one into nav1. 1133. And then this one will be 212. 21. Oh no, that's a NDB. Never mind. 114 will be SSR. I'll just enter on that one for now so we can swap it later. I'll put bearing 2 up on nav 2. Cabin altitude 355, that's looking good. Delta pressure 9.4, landing elevation 25. Winds. Battery amps is 0, that's good. They're charged. We still have 4,000 pounds of fuel. We should land with, I don't know, almost 2,000 pounds, I think.
Anchorage Center, Connie 650 Heavy, flight level 330.
Connie 650 Heavy, Anchorage Center, radar contact.
Look how wide our turn ended up being. They will call us out in a minute if we get too far away, but we're starting to at least be parallel with it, so we won't get further away. Okay, now I don't understand what's going on with my bearings. Oh, wrong one. Nav 1, nav 2, there we go. JOH, okay, dead ahead. Almost dead ahead now. It's kind of what we would expect, right? So we're coming into this one. And then Yak will come up on as dead ahead on nav 1. SSR will come up on this one. This doesn't have our approach on it, so I think we're going to do RNAV 8 Victor, unless they give us a different one via SSR. So I'll put that in here so we have the right path this way. For now, I guess let's just go ahead and plan that here as well. Victor 8 SSR load. SSR here and then fly around this way, and then there's a dog leg at the end here once you have runway in sight. It's sort of a visual landing really, and this approach as you come in very high, so we'll want to fly in lower than it calls for, and the runway's right on the water, so double check here. ATIS 135.2, anchorage center on 133.9. We might be on 133.2, which is not listed here, but tower 1187, ground 129.1. Okay. Final approach course is 70, but that is not the runway heading. Right. I want to be on 8 here. Flight up the coast. Get some scenics.
Anchorage Center, Nippon Cargo 134 Heavy, flight level 350.
Nippon Cargo 134 Heavy, Anchorage Center.
So other options here, in theory there's an ILS, but I don't have that procedure in. I don't know if it's active. Or how you would do that without running into terrain. 26 is an interesting approach into Juneau. So for 26, you're coming in the opposite way. So here we are. Here's 8. Coming up this way, you fly up this channel here, and then land on 26. Let's put this map. North up. There we go. So we might need to switch to 26. Because the wind was at out of 80, right? So what we want to do, calm 2. Let's put in 135.2. 135.2. And see if we can pick up Metis. That's weird. It should be honoring our setting. We'll come to up or on. Check it when we get a little closer. See what the active runway is. Check out our VNAV settings. Top of descent in 35 minutes. Good enough for cruise. I have this set to be 240 below 14,000. Gives me time to slow down. Terminal area speed limit 200 knots below 3,000 feet or within 15 nautical miles of your destination. I think we have a slightly slower than usual pilot defined descent entered as well. Again, on the climb, I set it to 11,000 instead of 10,000 so that we have a little bit of a buffer. It goes pretty fast in this plane anyway. Forgot to turn all these off. Exterior lights. We've got a little bit of a fuel imbalance, so let's go gravity feed. That should clear up pretty quick. We'll come back. Anti-icing, bleed air, flight controls. Looking good right now. BeyondATC needs a good passenger briefing. That would be fun. take a look at that weather again. Just yeah. See if we can.
Summit 191. Request arrival runway change. Summit 191. You've not yet started your descent. Unable.
Okay. Maybe we'll do that when we get closer. Okay, there we go. Fuel's balanced out. Let's turn gravity flow off. Let's go ahead and let's sketch out a arrival on 26. Oops, not an approach. What? Oh, that's not very helpful. See what this can do for us. This has to change. Oh, this doesn't have a procedure for 26 either. That's annoying. See, it should have RNAV Papa. Come in this back way. Like I say, you couldn't fly up this channel and then land. Little dog leg and land. BeyondATC needs one of those things you can do with OBS, like put your info up on OBS. Mach 0.82 is our current travel speed. Well, we're at least sort of prepped for an alternate runway arrival. Let's see what happens. I think we could make a runway 8 if we needed to. Be a bit of a tailwind, but it's a pretty good size runway, so we should be fine. Otherwise, I guess we just go visual 26 and we fly our way in ourselves. What is this one? I don't think I've ever done this one. We could try it. 109.9. So this is the frequency for SSR. Which is 1140 SSR. Let's see, at die ball you would be at 6,300. Bar load 3,700.
Summit 191. Contact Anchorage Center 119.0.
119.0, Summit 191. Anchorage Center, Summit 191 at flight level 450.
Anchorage Center, Nippon Cargo 134 Heavy, good afternoon, flight level 350.
Nippon Cargo 134 Heavy, Anchorage Center, roger.
Hey now.
Summit 191, Anchorage Center, copy.
There we go. Maybe we got dropped. We can go ahead and swap those. We don't really need yak anymore. Let's try this again. Kilo.
Juneau Airport information Juneau 2300. 10 entry at 7. Visibility 5 feet heavy rain. Sky condition ceiling 1800 broken. Temperature 1 tree. Dew point 12. Altimeter 2988. Visual runway in use. Landing and departing runway gate. VFR aircraft safe direction of flight. All aircraft need backhold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact with Kilo. Juneau Airport information Kilo 2300 Zulu. Wind 08 tree at 7. Visibility 5 feet heavy rain. Sky condition ceiling 1800 broken. Temperature 1 tree. Dew point 12. Altimeter 2988. Visual runway 8 in use. Landing and departing runway 8. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Kilo.
distance from descent. Not sure where this descent is. Is that not marked on our... There it is. Just before we get into bergs. Yeah, there's more clouds out there. Okay, there we picked up SSR, 195 nautical miles. But it doesn't give you distance to top of descent too. Time's pretty good. You can just multiply it by your current ground speed or whatever. I don't understand how our true airspeed and ground speed are the same if we have a 13 knot crosswind. Because we should have to be crabbing into the wind and we should have a cosine loss because of that. So it should be like 1 or 2 knots slower, I would think, out of 13. Okay. I wonder if I should do this same flight on that sim, maybe, at some point. First, I have to master this arrival into Juneau Airport, because last time I did it, it was a bit of a disaster. This RNAV approach brings you in way too high. Or I messed up. It is possible I messed up. I did not record it or anything, so I don't have anything to go back and review. That's one reason I'm live streaming this one. Plus, I thought it would be fun. Getting a little pilot refreshment here.
Summit 191, Anchorage Center. Expect radar vectors. RNAV Tango runway 08.
Expect radar vectors. RNAV Tango 08, Summit 191. This needs to stop. Just stop it, come on. I would very much like to see them do some persistence outside of career mode. And I would like to see more of a real, not, what's the word I'm looking for? An in-world career. Where you don't just navigate through menus and then do a flight. You actually go into the world and you move about. One thing I find weird with BeyondATC is, I don't know, maybe I need to do more bat sim and get some experience with it, but do the...
Summit 191, Juneau Airport landing runway 8.
Landing runway 8, Summit 191.
Summit 191, descend and maintain 16,000, altimeter 2988.
Descend and maintain 16,000, Summit 191. They did give us 2988 as the altimeter, which is what we have here, and ready to go in here when we transition back out of flight levels, I guess. traffic is on, terrain is relative, radar doesn't show anything, flight plan text. Selected altitude range arc. Okay, we do have it. I don't see it. You can see we're pushing that TOD way out. Okay, we did not need to do this. We already did all these on the other checklist. I'm not going to check all these. We did all that. We did all that. Let's just check our descent, landing field elevation we know. It's like 25. Want to get the APU started on our way down. I think I'm going to use these checklists and not these because they take up too much of the space down there. And it's a little hard to get to this button, especially with this in front of it. But a few things we need to remember is try and get our lights on as we come down. Get the APU started when we get lower. We don't really need any of this, right? Can't do anything with those. Abrupt. I'm not sure why I'm seeing what I'm seeing here on the flight plan though. Are we... Ah, this one. I don't like it when it does this. Okay, we need to delete this one. Now look at our top of descent. It's way closer. I was wondering. It didn't seem right. Okay, that makes more sense now. Okay, so now we should hit top of descent and we're going to descend much faster. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now we'll be on profile. That's one little trick, just descend at like 1,000 feet per minute until you hit your VNAV profile. Unless they say to expedite, then you need to dive down. We'll let our speed increase here. Now we can see our arc here. 45,000 is a long way to come down from, that's for sure. Looks like some clouds up there. There wasn't anything on the weather. It's always good to check your plan and make sure it makes sense every step. Glad we caught it before.
Summit 191, contact Anchorage Center 133.2.
133.2, Summit 191. Uh, 1332, transfer. Outside air temperature. Might need to get some, we'll preheat the pitot. Might need some anti-ice on the way down here. Once we get close to our transition altitude, we'll let FMS speeds take over. It'll start slowing us down, and then we'll be below 250 knots before we hit 10K. We never contacted them, did we? Anchorage Center, Summit 191 at flight level 286, descending to 16,000.
Summit 191, Anchorage Center, roger.
Oops. Come on. Okay, let's say we're low enough to go ahead and start the APU. Let's keep an eye on that here. We're waiting on transition altitude at 18,000.
Summit 191. Turn left, heading 090. Vectors for the approach.
Left, heading 090, vectors for the approach, Summit 191. I wish that would stop popping up.
Summit 191 altimeter 2988. Expect radar vectors for RNAV Tango runway 08.
Expect radar vectors for RNAV Tango 08, Summit 191.
Summit 191. Descend and maintain 9,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 9,000 feet, Summit 191. Here comes transition altitude. Standard. We're going to get landing lights on and seatbelt lights. Dear passengers, we are starting our descent into the Juneau International Airport area. Please fasten your seatbelts and kiss your loved ones goodbye. Okay, I don't trust BeyondATC to not kill us here, because it's going to try to fly us right over these mountains instead of around them like this goes. For a good reason. We don't want to go below 6,300 until we make it over those mountains. Although it looks like we'd actually be safe to go down to about 4,500, but just barely. Let's call it 5,000. Let's not go below 5,000. That's going to be our mountain transit minimums here. We will give them an unable if they command us to go down lower than that. let's get anti-ice on.
Anchorage Center, Nippon Cargo 134 Heavy, flight level 350.
Nippon Cargo 134 Heavy, Anchorage Center, roger.
Into the soup. Gotta love this synthetic vision though. There's any severe weather.
Summit 191. Descend, maintain 8,000 feet. Altimeter 2989er.
Descend and maintain 8,000. Summit 191. Niner.
Summit 191. 1 tree miles from Linz. Turn left, heading 055. Maintain 5,700 feet until established. Cleared RNAV Tango runway 08.
Turn left 055. Maintain 5,700 until established. Cleared RNAV Tango 08. Summit 191. So 5,007. And let's go flight plan. We want to go direct to AUGME now.
Anchorage Center, Alaska 7006, 4,200.
Alaska 7006. Anchorage Center, copy.
There was a guy right there. Okay, altimeters are set, external lights are good, landing data, V speeds are set, no they are not. Let's go perf, landing data, 08, load, runway, landing config. 1.25, enter. Okay, approach 125.
Summit 191. Contact Anchorage Center 133.9er. Have a good afternoon.
Contact Anchorage Center on 133.9er. Bye-bye, Summit 191. 133.9. Anchorage Center, Summit 191 at 4,300. Approach runway 8, RNAV Tango.
Summit 191, Anchorage Center, copy.
Okay, landing gear, light, speed brake, we're all good on these. Cast messages. Yeah. Go ahead and go gear down.
Summit 191, contact Juneau Tower 120.7.
Juneau Tower 120.7, Summit 191. Really, we should have this entered already. 1207. Juneau Tower, Summit 191, inbound, RNAV Tango, runway 08.
Summit 191, Juneau Tower, wind 060 at 8, runway 8 cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 8, Summit 191. Into the soup. See what I mean by like becoming real steep here.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
the center line there, but
10.
Summit 191, exit left at Foxtrot.
exit left at Foxtrot, Summit 191. Really? Foxtrot? Foxtrot is all the way at the end. I keep forgetting. Like, I don't know why it auto locks the brakes. Does this thing have auto brakes? You're the boss. There's a lot of runway. Oh, we missed Foxtrot. Shoot. Let's pretend like we know what we're doing. I was at golf. It's kind of dumb to go back to Foxtrot. If it was real ATC, I would have exited somewhere else, but if I'd missed Foxtrot, we probably would have exited golf, not turned around and gone back to Foxtrot. But because it's a silly computer, we'll go back to Foxtrot. There we go. So in this thing where it's auto braking again. Okay, what do we got here? Don't need any more anti-ice. Okay, what are we doing now? Exited. Do I need to go further?
Summit 191, contact ground 121.9er.
Okay, let's wait here. Contact ground on 121.9er, Summit 191. 9er, right? Juneau ground, Summit 191, requesting taxi to ramp 41.
Juneau ground Summit 191. Taxi route to ramp 41 is Foxtrot, Alpha, Charlie.
Taxi to ramp 41 via Foxtrot, Alpha, Charlie, Summit 191.
Summit 191. Taxi to ramp 41 via Foxtrot, Alpha, Charlie.
Taxi to ramp 41 via Foxtrot, Alpha, Charlie, Summit 191.
Summit 191. Taxi to ramp 41 via Foxtrot, Alpha, Charlie.
What do you want? Okay, I guess we just do it. Okay, this is Alpha. Echo 1. And Echo on the left. Delta 2 on the right. Can see that right there. Delta 2. Then Delta 1. Yeah, that's Delta 1. Charlie 1 on the right. And then we cross Charlie. That's Charlie 1. And there's Charlie. There's our spot right there. No Marshall, though. Arg. Okay, we're on the spot because we got power available.
Juneau ground, Summit Bravo November X-ray 217. Could you please send a ground power unit?
Summit Bravo November X-ray 217. A ground power unit is on the road.
It's gonna run over us. Oh, dude, watch the wing. Okay, that's a few $1 million. No rain effect in this plane, unfortunately. Must be icy. Let's pop back inside. We actually should go ahead and get the engines off. APU is running, so it should take over power there. APU bleeds normal. Those should have come off. Taxi lights should have been on. I guess we'll signal that they're okay to hook up our power. By the way, you can run. I didn't know that for a long time. I don't really ever hook up our power, but we'll just pretend like they did. Doink. And something cool I didn't know you could do, but like, here fuels like this, okay? So if we go, let's say we're gonna top off the tanks. Let's drop off our cargo. We can say save config and open ATC panel. And then we can like, oh, wait, it already put in our fuel. That's a bummer, okay.
Juneau ground, Summit Bravo November, X-ray 217. Could you please get the passengers on board?
Summit Bravo November X-ray 217. A ramp is on its way.
So we're opening. There's the people. Zip, 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 zip.
Juneau ground, Summit Bravo November, X-ray 217. I am done with the boarding.
Although technically we wanted to deboard people, but we would have boarded people before, but they wouldn't board at the other airport, so we boarded them here to pretend. I don't know how to deboard them though. Can you say like go to 0 and then do they disappear? Oh, look at that, they disappeared. Nice. So what happens if we load it up? Should get, nope, still just got 5 passengers. Interesting. All right, well, let's get it all shut down for the day. We'll get rid of, we'll unload the passengers. Okay, thrust levers, flaps we got up. Engine ice protection is off. Exterior lights, we want all that off. And we're going to shut down the emergency lights too. Now I'll turn down the lights here. Throttles, parking brake is set, ice protection's off, we already stopped the engines, seatbelt signs off, emergency lights off, standby power off. Really? Before you do this other stuff? We can, let's see, we've got external power on, so we should be able to shut down the APU. We're not going to start the engine, so. Exterior lights are all off, battery switches can come off. Engine covers, you'd realistically have to wait a while. For a quick turn, you would do all this. All right, and let's get these off and set up for the next. And we'll go get some coffee. Need some ground transportation here. All right, have a good one all. Bye-bye.